Brooklyn has spots that only real Brooklynites know. The places that existed before the condos and the coffee shops and the people who moved here 5 years ago and act like they invented the borough. And if you're actually from Brooklyn, you remember when these neighborhoods were ours, when rent was affordable, when you knew everyone on your block, and when Brooklyn felt like Brooklyn instead of Manhattan's expensive little brother. Tell me if you remember these spots, because this is the real Brooklyn, not the gentrified version. Junior's on Flatbush Avenue, where the cheesecake was legendary and going there felt like a special occasion, sitting in those booths with your family after church or a graduation. And even though it's still there, the neighborhood around it changed so much that it doesn't hit the same as when Flatbush was actually Flatbush. The original L&B Spumoni Gardens in Bensonhurst, where you'd get square pizza and spumoni in the summer, sitting at those picnic tables in the back. And the whole neighborhood would be there, because that's what you did on hot nights. You went to L&B, and you saw everyone you knew. Coney Island Avenue with every type of food you could imagine. Bangladeshi spots next to Turkish spots next to Mexican spots. And if you grew up on that strip, you learned to eat everything because Brooklyn was always the most diverse place in the city, but now people act like they discovered that in 2015. The Williamsburg Savings Bank Tower before it became luxury condos, when it was just this massive clock tower you could see from everywhere in Brooklyn, a landmark that meant you were home, and watching them turn it into apartments for people who can't pronounce Williamsburg. Right felt like losing a piece of Brooklyn's identity. Fulton Street and Bed-Stuy before the boutiques, when it was just the spot where you got your hair done or bought sneakers or grabbed jerk chicken from. The Caribbean spot everyone knew. And the energy was Black Brooklyn at its realest, loud and vibrant and unapologetically ours. The promenade in Brooklyn Heights, which technically still exists, but used to feel different when Brooklyn wasn't trendy, when you could sit on those benches looking at Manhattan and feel proud of being from Brooklyn because you didn't need to live in the city to matter, you had your own thing going on. Albee Square Mall before they tore it down and built City Point. A spot that wasn't fancy, but was ours, where you'd go after school to waste time, see your friends, and just exist in a version of Brooklyn that didn't care about being cool or hip or whatever people call it now. The original Junior's location in Times Square.